I said it's only money.
Oh, he ain't got it.
We done heard his time.
Welcome back to It Is What It Is. I'm Treasure Wilson, aka Stat Baby, along with your hosts Cam and Mace, and we have a special guest. So today we have Lenny Cooke. Cooke grew up in Brooklyn and quickly became the #1 player in his class. During his senior year of high school, he played 8 games and averaged 31.5 points and 15 rebounds per game. Cooke ranked higher than players like LeBron James and Carmelo Anthony. He also won MVP of the ABCD camp in 2000. He decided to bypass college and declared for the NBA draft after catching the attention of many people. However, Cooke was not selected by any NBA team. He then became a free agent. Welcome, Lenny.
Thank you.
Man, what's up, baby? What's good, boy?
Good. It feels good.
Good, man. Yo, I'm happy you made it, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
I'm happy you made it, man. For real, man. So,
Yeah, before we start, what do you desire to be called, Lenny or Leonard?
Nowadays, bro, it don't even matter, man. It don't even matter.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? As long as the presence is felt and the kids understand who I am, I'm cool.
All right. So I have some questions I wanted to start with just to make it so everybody understand. What's your parents' name?
My mom's name is Alfreda Hendricks. My dad's name is Vernon Hendricks. My mom is Alfreda Denise Cooke, but
Yes.
she married my dad, you know what I mean, who was Vernon Hendricks. And they in Virginia, Emporia, Virginia.
All right. Did you grow up with them?
Yes.
All right. Another question. When you were in middle school, what did you think you would be?
I didn't know.
You
I didn't know. I had no idea, especially when it came to basketball. Like I grew up in Atlantic City. I was born and raised in Atlantic City, you know what I'm saying? And I went to West Side Complex, no basketball, no nothing at that time.
So your family didn't care about sports pretty much?
At all.
At all. Wow, that's interesting. What you think, Killer?
So what I wanted to ask you was, she just mentioned it. You play 8 high school games?
My senior year.
Oh,
My
your senior year.
My senior year.
How did you end up getting to New Jersey to play basketball? How did that happen?
So once again, like we was in Atlantic City.
Right.
My dad was a big dope boy. You know what I mean? In Atlantic City, he used to run with.
You know what's crazy? Not to cut you off. My family's from Atlantic City too. My mom. That's
Word?
crazy. Yeah. My family's from
So
Atlantic
my
City.
dad was a big drug dealer in Atlantic City. You know what I mean? And my mom didn't want to live like that no more. So we ended up moving from Atlantic City to New York to Queens.
Right. At what age is this about?
This is like my 7th grade year, 6th, 7th grade year.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Going into my 8th grade year.
Gotcha.
Because I ended up going to IS-59.
Right.
Yeah.
And I played with Daryl Showtime Hill, high flying Ryan Williams.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we ended up out there. And then when we left Queens, we ended up moving to Bushwick
Okay.
in Brooklyn.
Right.
And that's when I went to Franklin K. Lane.
Right.
And that's when basketball
Began to
became
start.
something.
Gotcha.
to me.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
But how'd you end up back in Jersey?
After
Yeah. So what I'm asking is, just picking up from, when we met, kind of,
Yes.
because I knew Lenny was when he was #1 player and everything else. I was wondering, you have a family, mother, father, friends, whatever. How'd you end up with Debbie in New Jersey and playing basketball for that town?
That's when I moved to Bushwick. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? I was me, my best friend Damani, and we was all in the park playing around, just playing. You know what I mean? And the guy Jeff Farley, he saw just playing.
Right.
And God bless his soul, Mr. Green was running the program. The Long Island Panthers. He was the coach at that time. You get what I'm saying? So Jeff was like, my son played for this AAU team called the Long Island Panthers. Do y'all want to come?
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, I'll come, but you got to make sure all of them is good too.
Right.
So he brought all of them, Damani, Denton, everybody.
Right.
You know what I mean? Everybody that make that team.
Gotcha.
You get what I'm saying? So Debbie was close with Mr. Green. Like they was like best friends, sort of, kind of. You know what I mean? And her son played on that team as well. You know what I mean? And so Mr. Green, the first tryout I ever had with Mr. Green, he said nobody's in his gym good enough to make my team because he coached Shamika Hoskelaw, Lamar Odom. He coached some nice ones. You get what I'm saying?
Greats.
So I'm like, how you gonna say that when you ain't never even seen me play? Like, I'm saying this in front of all the kids. Like, ain't nobody in here on my level anyway.
So
know
you
what I'm
was
saying?
always outspoken.
Nah, I'm very outspoken.
All
Very.
right. Yeah.
And
I wanna hear the
especially
story how you got the
especially when I know I'm right.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So, I was at Franklin K. Lane at that time
And where's Franklin K. Lane?
in Queens.
Okay, got you.
The high school was in Queens, but me playing with the Long Island Panthers ended up getting me a scholarship to play in high school at LaSalle Academy.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So once I got to LaSalle Academy, Brian, which is Debbie's son, they worked that out where if I go, he goes.
Got you.
So then my parents was ready to leave New York and go back to Virginia. And I didn't want to leave to go to Virginia.
Okay,
you get what I'm
gotcha.
saying? So my mom allowed me to stay with Debbie. And that's how I ended up with Debbie.
Did that relationship ever turn sexual?
That thing ain't never became sexual.
Okay.
Now, but with the daughter and stuff, you
fucked her daughter?
Yes,
Okay.
for sure.
All right.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah, no, I was asking because I see your doc and I see the way she's looking at you, and that's some people's dream to fuck a little strong high school nigga that maybe getting ready to go pro.
Yeah.
So I had to ask that.
I mean,
I'm like,
you know,
yeah,
you've been
you
around.
know, you damn well know I know, nigga. I was just saying to myself, but you explained that well. So basically, your parents granted you to stay with her and not go all the way back to Virginia, so you could stay at least close to New York.
No, it was because like where my parents is from. Well, my mom is from Virginia. My dad is from Georgia, but where my mom is from in Virginia, I would have never had that light on me down there. You
Gotcha.
get what I'm saying when it came to basketball.
Yes.
So I begged her to like, yo, let me. My dad didn't want me to do it.
Right. No, I get it. We was just trying to figure out like.
Yeah.
How did
this
you get
happen?
there?
How'd you get to that place? Because that was never explained. So we was just wondering
Nah,
about
for
that.
sure.
Yep.
You have any questions?
Yeah, so you did touch a little bit on your dating life, but can you kind of go a little bit more into that? Like, how was that growing up? And especially everybody knowing you were a top prospect, like were girls in the way, trying to get in your business? Did anybody try to take credit for anything that you did? That you
Nah, I was just fucking. You know what I'm saying? I was running with the crew. Like Cam been around me, you know what I mean? I was around the bros. You know what I'm saying? Gavin, all of them, they had me outside at a young age. But it came from me playing basketball and not understanding the politics of it as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't know everybody was watching me at the same time. I'm just partying. I never expected to be around a Cameron or Jim Jones or nobody. You get what I'm saying? And that shit just happened overnight.
I bust Lenny ass one day in
You
21.
goddamn
That's not
lie.
a lie.
That's a
I'm
lie.
calling A-Butter right now,
Yeah,
my nigga.
A-Butter can't vouch for that.
Go ahead, Mace. Get your question. Get your
Lenny, you
question
can't
up.
beat you?
Never.
It was 21 and he had the lowest. I'm making
That's
a call.
crazy.
And he was number one at the time. I was like, I still
So
got
this,
it. I said the
so this was at his height.
He was number one, Mason, because I never met him.
Yeah.
A-Butter said I went to number one. I know I was kind of out the loop because we
Where
started
was that? Where
rapping
was that?
in my block, 139th and Lenox
I
Avenue.
never played in Harlem.
That's a
unless
lot.
it was 55th. Let's talk about it.
A-Butter,
What's up, my nigga?
we're on set live right now with Lenny. He said he never played 21 with me in his life. Did we play 21 or not?
You don't remember? Yeah.
Did he win?
Oh, no, time out. You just said we never played.
And he never-
You just
and you
said-
never played
you
in
didn't-
Harlem.
You didn't win either.
Did he win?
You just said
No,
we
you
never
said you
played.
beat me.
No, I said we played
No,
21.
no, that's
I had
not what
more
you
than
said.
you. I said I had more
You
than
said
you.
you
I
never
said I
played
bust
in
your
Harlem.
ass.
You won.
I said I bust
You
your
said you-
ass. I said I bust your ass. You said you never bust my ass. I said A-Butter won.
Hey, brother, hang up that phone, bro.
Yeah,
We'll
nigga
talk
don't
about
want,
it tomorrow.
Nobody want to talk that real shit. I'm a threat. Mario Chalmers, watch your fucking mouth, nigga. Watch your mouth. All right, bud, I had you back. Now we had a good time though, man.
You said you never played in
I
Harlem.
don't remember bullshit.
You don't
Yeah,
I
remember
don't
that?
remember bullshit games.
I'm somebody out here. Niggas, I've been so long, niggas forgot it. Number one high school player in the world, my nigga. I didn't win the game either though at the time. A-Butter was still better than me at the time, man. So what role did DJ Clue play in your life? Because you used to be with DJ Clue a lot. Like,
I'm
what was
still
his,
with him.
That's my man
I'm
too.
still with him.
That's what's up, man.
DJ Clue plays a major role in my life from then till now. You
Right.
get what I'm saying? And it's nothing that nobody can say or do in front of me with him.
Right.
Like
Yes.
he was that father figure that I needed back then.
Right.
But he never tried to control what I was doing. You get what I'm saying? As much power as he had over me, don't get it fucked up. He had
When you say power over you, what do you mean?
when I say that is speaking as a father, like, no, don't do that.
Okay, got it.
Don't do this. Don't do that. He could have, but he never did. He never tried to. He allowed me to be myself and do what I wanted to do. You get what I'm saying?
So did he allow you to do good things or bad things?
Both.
All right.
Both. You know what I'm saying? And still to this day, till present day, like, he's that person that never turned his back on me. You know what I mean? I had a lot of people that was riding me paws. You get what I'm saying? But this man never turned his back on me, like now. You get what I'm saying? We just spoke on the phone just now outside in the parking lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's one that never, ever shitted on me.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's being that you said that, talking about Clue, shout out to Clue,
Shout out
Desert
to
Storm, my niggas out there, shout out to whole Queens. Being that you said that, when I watched a documentary, there's a point in your documentary where you was like, I never did this shit for me, I was doing it for y'all.
Yeah.
I didn't give a fuck, I didn't care what about, I was doing it for, talking to your childhood friends.
Yeah.
Meaning that you didn't really care about basketball, you was trying to, I'm just trying to comprehend what you were saying. You ain't give a fuck about basketball, you was just saying, I was good at it and I was trying to get us all out of here. So did you love the game, or would you love the game for what it could bring to you outside of it?
At that time, I just loved the game because what it gave me.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? For me, my friends, and my family.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? At that time, I didn't know the business.
Right.
You know what I mean? This is a business at the end of the day.
Right.
Yeah.
And I just wanted what was for the moment.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying, I guess what I'm asking you is this. Basketball had a lot of opportunity for you. If it was something else that could bring the same money as basketball at that time, would you have done something else just because you was saying, I need financial stability for me and my family?
I probably would have.
Yeah.
I probably would have.
That makes sense.
I probably would have.
Yep.
So then what would you say outside of basketball, what would your dream life have looked like?
I don't think I had one.
You didn't have
Not at that time, and not at 14, 15, 16 years old. I didn't know, because we were just roaming around. We were just roaming the streets. You know what I'm saying? We didn't say, oh, I want to be an architect. We didn't want to say, you know what I mean?
Right.
We didn't say those things. We were just going to high school, and whatever happens, happens.
Right.
So if that night you was on draft night, right? If they would have called your name on that night, what would that night have looked like for Lenny Cooke?
New York would have been crazy. It'd have been like the Knicks won the championship.
Right.
You hear me?
Right.
Because I'd have had the stars out. I'd have had Cam with me. I'd have had Jim Jones. I'd have had Clue. I'd have had Fab. You get what I'm saying? It would have been crazy because it was at the Garden.
Yes.
My draft class was at the Garden.
Yeah.
So it'd have been ugly.
Yeah. I always wanted to know that, because when I was looking at you on the couch and things like that, I was thinking, who's the first person you call?
Clue.
Clue is the first person you call. What do you
He's
say?
the first person that called me when I didn't get drafted.
Wow,
real.
that's
You get what I'm
good.
saying?
Fucking real.
Who's the first one get a house?
My mom.
Who's the first one get a car?
My mom.
All right.
So look, in 2000, you was the MVP at the ABCD camp.
Talk about it.
Right.
Come on. Come with the shit.
No, I'm just telling you what.
Come on with the shit.
You want me to get crazy?
Come with the
All right,
shit.
fuck it.
Come
you want
on
me
with
to
the
be?
shit.
All right, I'm trying to be
Come
a
on.
journalist and
Come
shit.
on. Don't be that.
Say no more. You fucking
Come on.
you the MVP, and I ain't on no shit. I just want to know real shit.
real.
Like
Come
how
on.
you feel, because we never really got to rap about it. You the MVP at the ABCD camp.
Yeah.
2000. So you go back 2001. LeBron, Carmelo's there. I don't know who else is there.
Amari
Right.
Stoudemire.
Raymond
Chris
Felton, Chris Bosh, everybody that's Hall of Famers.
Right.
Yeah,
so
D-Wade.
when you walk in 2001, you already the MVP.
I'm that.
So nigga,
And I got my son with me.
yeah, so what's good?
Mommy.
Right.
I got my son with me.
So that I know that Diddy Bop. What the fuck is going on in here? You know this is my house. When you get there, because we only seen the documentary in bits and pieces.
Yeah.
We didn't get to really see the whole game and so on and so forth. What are you thinking when you get in 2001 and you hear LeBron James and Carmelo Anthony and all these people before you even start playing?
Well, I knew
with them?
Carmelo Anthony.
Okay,
I knew Amari Stoudemire.
got you.
I knew Raymond Felton. I knew Chris Bosh.
Right.
Never heard of this kid from Akron.
Right.
I played Carmelo my last game the night before.
How much you gave him?
I finished with like 27, 28.
Yeah.
Killed him. That's a
Yeah.
nice night.
Yeah, for the people that don't
That's a
know,
nice
we
night.
just letting them
That's a
know.
nice night.
It's a real good night.
Yeah, real good night.
I leave. I'm supposed to stay with the kids and the players.
Right.
I leave. I'm at Planet Hollywood that night. I'm chilling.
Where's the camp at?
Fairleigh Dickinson? Fairleigh Dickinson
Okay, in
University.
Jersey.
Jersey. So you leave Jersey, just so for the fans that don't know, when you say you leave,
Yeah, I
you leave
leave-
Jersey,
I leave Jersey.
to go to Planet Hollywood
That
in
night
New York.
with my friends.
Right.
To party.
Where's
Right.
Planet Hollywood?
At the time, that was the old.
It's in New York.
It's
in
in
the
New
city,
York.
yeah, it's in
Oh,
the
so
city.
you leave there, go in the city.
So I go to the club that night. I'm chilling.
Yeah.
Everybody talking about, you got a big game tomorrow. You got a big game in the morning, 9 o'clock. I had to play against this kid.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll see him when I get there.
Right.
Add them to the list.
Yeah.
I know what you're thinking.
Now let me ask you about this game. How much? Because my thing is this: just watching the highlights and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
I don't know how the camp win everything, but if he doesn't make that buzzer beater, does he become number one that
It's
year?
impossible for him to do that. And exclude that.
Right.
Mind you, if my teammate would have hit the two free
throws
throws
prior.
before that,
Right.
That
whether
shot
he hit
wouldn't
that
have
shot
mattered.
or not,
Right.
we would have won.
Right.
How would that would have panned out? I would never know.
Right.
Yeah.
But you would have remained number one. You think because his team won that game and he hit that shot, that's why they placed him above
For
you?
sure, Sonny Vaccaro made sure of that.
Got you. So, how much did you have that game and how much did he have?
I think I had like 11.
Right.
I ain't have no great game. Like I said, I came from
So what you saying is you played LeBron drunk and high and tired.
and shitted on him in the first half
Yeah.
Yeah.
With 11.
with 11.
Right.
I'm cool with 11 in the first half.
Off
Yeah.
a drunk night.
On a drunk night.
Right.
Talk
Wow.
about it.
Yeah,
That's
that's what
crazy.
no, but that's what I'm saying. People don't know that. People don't know that. See, that's why I said explain where the camp is in New York is, because I would have probably did the same shit. If I could go to New York real quick, party, and then nobody know I could get back to Jersey without nobody knowing. Then fuck it, I'm gonna do it. There's no social media. There's no
I
internet.
ain't have none of that.
No, it wasn't. No, none of us did. So that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. That they didn't like somebody could have took a picture of you and been like, "Oh, Lenny Cooke's here" or whatever. You could sneak in and out and get back to camp.
For sure.
But we didn't know none of that. That's why I'm asking you the questions. So when I looked at it, they had you ranked number one. You lost that game. You went to number 3. Who did they put number 2?
Yeah, I think Amari Stoudemire at number 2.
Okay, got you.
Wow. I thought it was Carmelo.
No, I think they had Amari Stoudemire at number 2.
Oh.
Do you think that Sonny was on some bullshit for doing that?
I'm not gonna say he was on bullshit. I just feel like he went with the right decision for him. You get what I'm saying? Like, it was a business move.
Why you say
But
for
he
him?
lost
Why you say for him?
because it was a business. He did the Jordan deal.
Yes.
If people don't know that, he did that.
That movie actually
You
just
get what
came
I'm
out.
saying?
Yes.
But I knew that prior. Like, we knew that prior.
Right, I'm just
because
saying
it
for our audience.
Yeah.
Right.
So he's a businessman. He's about marketing. I wasn't marketable, clearly. You get what I'm saying? Because of my decisions.
Right.
I don't blame nobody but myself for my decisions. And at the end of the day, when I was going to different teams, you know what I mean, for workouts or whatever, it was just about marketing. And people didn't want to take a chance on somebody that wasn't reliable.
Right.
Yeah.
At 17, 18, 19 years old.
I see you was an arrogant motherfucker, man.
And I got it, but look who I got it from. I got it from a person like a Cam.
Yeah, no,
I got it from
I said-
a person
I
like a
said-
Fab. I got it.
No,
You can't
I'm
even
not
know
the motherfucker. I just told him that earlier today. I ain't gonna even name the network. I said, be ready in 30 minutes or I'm not free again until October. And this is a major network.
Wow.
Period. So I dig it. I dig the Diddy bop.
But I got it at an early age.
Right.
These kids, they got it after they became millionaires. I had this motherfucking arrogancy in me when I was 16, 17, 18 years old.
Right.
And Cam gave it to you.
Yeah, a little bit. You gave me a
Cam.
little bit too. Don't act like you ain't have a part of this shit. Because you was an influencer as well. So don't don't get it
He's saying it's a
twisted.
generation.
But I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like, they got it later. Like
Yeah.
I was flying G4s and G5s at an early age.
Yeah.
Y'all got it. Y'all was doing it when y'all was millionaires.
Yeah.
Right. So we was watching. You made it to the summer league that year, 2003. You're with the Boston Celtics. You play all the games before Cleveland, all the games after Cleveland.
No, Cleveland was the last game.
Oh, so you play all the games leading up to Cleveland.
Leading up to Cleveland.
Why didn't they put you
I would
in?
never know the answer to that.
What do you think?
I just feel like it has something to do with the chosen one. You get what I'm saying? Sonny Vaccaro, Nike, he wasn't signed with Nike yet. You get what I'm saying? Sonny Vaccaro, that deal wasn't done.
Right.
Sonny Vaccaro and all of those guys had something to do with it.
Right.
There's no way. I averaged 24 in summer league, bro.
Right.
So before you played that game against LeBron, you were averaging 24 all the way up to that point.
All the way up to that point in summer league in Boston.
He didn't play.
And I didn't play. My shit said DNP on the sheet.
Who was coaching you?
It was an assistant from the Celtics at the time. I can't remember his name.
All right.
So I do have another question. So back to the camp. I'm sure you said you were arrogant. I'm sure a lot of people were giving you advice, telling you things. I know one of those people was Kobe Bryant. Did he ever give you advice that you did not listen to?
No. Kobe told me in that lecture, he leading up to what he said to me personally, God bless his soul, when he said, you know how if you in church and the reverend or the pastor say something, you know they talking directly to you?
Murder.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? When he was saying all the partying, all the girls, all the going out, that ain't it. When he was saying that to the, he was saying that to the crowd. You get
But
what
it
I'm
was for
saying?
you.
But he was directly talking to me because these niggas weren't doing that.
Yeah.
I was the only one doing that. So, fast forward, when he told me to my face, I said, when you gonna play me? He said, I'm gonna play you in various ways, and I'm gonna beat you in various ways when you get to the league. That, I didn't understand that at that time. But 20 years later, I do. Because that's what I'm preaching to the kids now.
What was he saying to you?
Basically, like, yo, mentally, you can't do nothing with me. You're not mentally ready for me. So ain't no need for me to even get out there with you. So I see you when you make it, if you make it.
Wow. That was deep. That
That's
was
what
real
he was
deep.
telling me.
So let me ask you this question, because I thought about this when I was watching a story, and I saw this. I remember LeBron walking down the corridor. He's going to play this game. He got this black suit on, looked like Tom Ford, some silk shirt, the pants, so just everything that just looked like, man, this is a GQ shoot. And I'm saying this to really add context to what I'm about to say. And he's going out there to become the #1 scorer in the NBA.
I watched it.
When
I
you're
would not-
watching
I would
this.
not fall asleep until it happened.
When you're watching this, what's going through your mind?
Nothing. I just hope he do it. And I hope he do it in a respectful fashion. And he did. You know what I mean? His kids was there, his family was there, Jabbar was there. Like he went out in a dope manner. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I got to witness that shit.
When you say witness, though, what is the witness that you're speaking
I
of?
watched it unfold. When I say I watched it unfold, I watched that kid become nobody to me, to the greatest basketball player ever to me.
Wow. Ever to you?
Ever. He's the greatest basketball ever to me.
You saying that shit because you played against me? Out your
I'm
motherfucking
saying
mom,
that
man. We
shit
ain't better than
because it's the
motherfucking
truth,
Michael
nigga.
Jordan, man. You out your
I
damn
gotta take
mom,
a
my
sip
nigga.
on that.
You out your damn mom, Lenny, man. I got LeBron number 2.
Speak for
Pepsi Cola.
itself.
I'm not going. I'm
What
not.
are you going off?
I'm going off a nigga who
Lenny,
says.
Lenny.
I'm going off a nigga who says, you know what? I'm too good for this league. I'm gonna try baseball. Oh, it don't really work out in baseball. I'm gonna come back over here and win 3 more championships in a row because I'm that good to come back and do that.
With the same team.
Matter of fact,
with the same team.
You know
that
what?
he had already.
Listen,
See
nigga,
me with all of that
man,
bullshit.
this
bruh.
is the attitude right here. This
Listen
is
me with
exactly
that.
what the fuck we
Listen me
talking
with
about.
that.
So what is you think it's harder to get?
Statistically, let
Fuck
me
this
tell you
shit.
something.
You out your
Hold on, let me
motherfucking
tell
mind,
you
my
another
nigga.
story.
You out your
I transferred
motherfucking
from
mind.
Old Tapan High School to Demarest High School.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. Your boy Stephen A. Smith can't stand him. You hear me? Can't stand him. He did the article on LeBron James. It ain't about how many rings you win or whatever. They said this kid is going to be the greatest basketball player ever. This was before he even put a fucking NBA jersey on. He stood to that, bro.
Who
On
said?
and off the
What the
court.
fuck
I
are
know
you
why
talking
he's
about?
saying this.
Who
Wait,
said?
wait.
Well, I'm trying to understand. What you
I
said.
know why
Steve,
he's
you
saying
saying this
this
is the
now.
Stephen A.
This
Smith?
was the slam, every article, ESPN, everything, bro.
That's marketing.
What you
He
talking
lived
about?
up to it,
That's
though. That's what I'm
marketing.
getting at.
Okay, that's what
Wait,
I'm trying to
lived
killer,
understand.
up
wait,
to
killer.
that.
I know why you're saying this.
You don't.
I do.
I witnessed it.
I
That's
know
what
why
just
you're
said.
saying you witnessed it.
Why?
I do good at therapy.
Talk
I
about
understand
it.
why you're doing
Talk
this.
about it. I need a little therapy.
Yeah, you're saying that he's the greatest player ever because at one time you could say you're better than him.
No.
So that kind of puts you in that equation.
It don't. It do, but it
Yeah,
don't.
yeah.
But
I
it
read
don't.
that.
It don't because I always tell the bros like, yo, at the end of the day, you never heard nobody compare it to Mike. You never heard nobody compare it to like coming out.
They tried.
You know what I'm saying? But
They tried.
I
at the end
can't.
of the day,
I'm not going to even sit here and argue with you about it because
it ain't an argument. It's a debate. We
No.
can talk
What
about
I'm
it.
saying is, I'm a LeBron fan. I don't want LeBron acting like yo, Cam, you on some bullshit.
fuck with me.
Nah, I fuck LeBron. I'm sorry, but, you know, I'm just a little older, so I'm in the Michael Jordan category. Me and this nigga.
And I get it.
Yeah,
Look,
he knows
some
better.
of my
He knows
friends-
better. He
but
knows
no,
better.
some of my friends, they Michael Jordan fanatic. Like they always tell me I'm bugging.
Yeah, no.
Why
I
is
get
it a fanatic when you say Mike like he ain't Mike?
No, bro. Everybody, I was a Mike fan, bro.
All right.
I'm still a Mike fan regardless.
All right.
What I say, and listen, man, because you ain't been up here all the time. I defend LeBron a lot, and I tell him murder. I said Michael Jordan is still number one, but every year is just getting harder to keep Mike number one because of what LeBron's doing. Year in and year out, man.
This kid is different, man. 20 years. And I get it. Everybody be like, Mike only played 15. I get it. I get it. But at the end of the day, bro, them stats, they gotta speak for something.
What's the
So-
stats?
Don't
So
just
let me
say the
ask you something.
rings.
Let me ask you something. Do you like Draymond Green?
I love him.
Is his stats crazy?
No.
All right, so why you talking about stats
That,
when you
that
love
don't
a
make
nigga?
him great.
Yeah.
I didn't say great. I didn't say
Exactly.
Draymond is great.
Killer, thank
Draymond
you.
Green is the all-time, got the most triple doubles in Golden State Warrior history. That's a stat.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
That's a stat.
What that mean?
I'm just trying to tell you because you said
If that's
he's
the
not
case,
great.
I can
spoke
say
of
that.
stats.
Great? That's not great.
You spoke of stats.
You
You
know
said
how
it
many
ain't
niggas
about
Golden
rings,
State?
it's about stats.
He got the most triple double in Golden State history. Not in the world.
But you act. So let me give you a point. Let me give
Not
you
in
an
the
example.
world.
But listen, nigga. Carmelo Anthony got 2 in his whole career. Carmelo's a Hall of Famer, nigga.
He's definitely.
don't
Carmelo
ever-
Anthony
so
is
don't-
one of the
so
best
don't-
scorers
so
that
don't-
ever played the game.
So don't
That-
don't
don't-
downplay triple doubles. You acting like
What do you mean?
You talk about that's in Golden State, not in the world. It's hard to
Listen,
get
slow
triple
down a
doubles,
little
man.
bit.
You
Slow
can't
down,
tell me
slow
slow
down
down
a
on my
little
show.
bit.
Get the
Slow
fuck out of
down.
here. You jump
Slow down a
motherfucking
little
on.
bit.
You
Slow down a
definitely
little
a jump
bit.
motherfucking.
Let me tell you something.
Don't ever tell me something
Carmelo
on my show.
Anthony
You might have been
is
sipping too
probably
much,
the
my
best.
nigga. You out your
Hold
fucking
it,
mind,
hold
my
it,
nigga.
hold it,
Don't
hold
ever
it,
tell me
hold it.
slow down on my
Slow down a little
motherfucking
bit.
shit. You out your
Hold it.
motherfucking mind,
Yeah,
nigga.
I don't want you to ever think. Slow
Yeah,
down.
damn.
Carmelo Anthony is probably one of the best scorers that ever played the game.
Absolutely, I agree with
Yeah.
that.
You know
Who's
what I'm
the
saying?
best?
He was robbed of
Who's
Rookie
the
of the Year
best?
from LeBron.
Who's the best?
What?
Who's the best scorer?
Of all time. Like,
Yes,
that can get
yes,
to this shit?
yes.
We just talked about him, Kobe.
Kobe's a better scorer than Michael Jordan?
Kobe.
Yeah, we might gotta get ready to end it early, man. Let's get back to what we was talking about, man.
Let's talk about it.
Yo,
Let me
stay
ask you
away from
something.
him. Lightning is over there.
Yo, talk about it.
Lightning is over
Let's
there.
Talk about it.
Y'all
old niggas gotta come to
You in
reality.
your 40s.
Yeah.
I just hit 40.
Y'all
Y'all
not
pushing
40s.
50.
Nah, but remember we both in our 40s. Nigga, you out your mind.
You pushing 50.
I look younger than you.
Yeah, with your blush on, nigga. We got your blush on.
Nigga,
You need some.
You need some.
You need some, nigga. You need some, nigga. LeBron put that shit on. LeBron put it on.
Oh yeah, I'm quite sure.
That's right. That's exactly why LeBron and Star Wars and all that
Nigga be
other fucking movies.
Yeah, he wear Maybelline.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, you get a Maybelline check too, nigga. Let me ask you a question though. Back to what we was talking about. So, like when you play street ball, like Rucker and I don't know if you play Dykeman and everything else.
Dykeman and all of that. Yeah.
Was you getting paid to play games?
I did.
Did you ever play? So I spoke to a couple people. Did you get paid to play for one team in Rucker, play for somebody else, and they got mad at you?
I did.
And they tried to chase you or some bullshit.
Yeah.
So what happened with that situation?
I mean, that situation, it went left because I was wrong.
Okay, got you.
You get what I'm saying? And
Right.
It's crazy that you brought that up.
No, it was just random, like,
It's the truth.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the truth.
Right.
There ain't no faking in it.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And I seen my bro last year at the Knicks game, and we talked about it, and I told him to his face, I apologize, because that was the first time I seen him since.
Right.
And it was that.
Got you. Now, somebody, we was just talking about some bunch of shit
It's
coming
the
up.
truth.
Right. Let me ask you another question. If you had social media back then,
Boy, I'd be a millionaire still right now.
would you, so you said social media would have been way more beneficial for you if it was in 2000?
When you can do NIL deals and all of that?
No, so let's go before, because NIL just kind of came, us kind of new. Let's say you had Instagram or Twitter or something like that when you was in 12th grade, before the NIL, just Instagram, Twitter, and social media. Where do you think you would be coming out of high school if you had those type of tools?
I'd have had the most followers in the world
And why do you think that?
because I bust ass. Pause.
Did you watching the show?
I was about to say that was wild. Yo, Lenny, that was crazy.
What I do, what
But
I
nah, for real,
But
though,
what I
because
will say, not to cut you, what I will say is this: you have a great personality, and if you're good at basketball and can make that all coincide, I think it would have been beneficial for you.
But it could have hurt me too.
I was about to
probably.
tell you, it could have. I said it could have been
Yeah.
beneficial. I think it would have hurt you more personally, because of your attitude at the time, of your arrogance. I'm not saying, like you said, we all motherfucking arrogant.
Yeah.
But we looking at this shit. It was like, even when I was watching you talk to Gavin, you was like, I don't need no fucking ID to get on the plane.
That was crazy.
I meant that.
Yeah, we see you meant it.
I meant that.
We was like, yo, what the fuck is he talking? And Gavin was confused.
Yeah, 'cause he
as
thought he
well.
was
He's like,
flying
yo,
private.
Yeah, like, what are you talking about? So I would say, just my opinion, I'm like, social media, like for instance, think about your man Mikey Williams. Man.
I like Mikey.
Yeah, that makes. I'm new in high school. Mason's kind of schooling me to all the high school games, players and shit. But it's like sometimes they try to keep up with the rappers or what's going on. Even John Moran's a pro. For sure. So sometimes it hurts you, and I think that you would have been doing too much on Instagram
No, I
and
agree.
Twitter.
I agree.
You know
I
what I'm
agree
saying?
with you on that. But at the same time, if I had that following, that big following like that, bro, like I'm at 9,000. You get what I'm saying? I just got a blue check. I ain't paid for it. My son called me like, Dad, you got a blue check. I'm like, word?
Yeah.
But like, I just got to 9,000 followers. But if I had Instagram back then, bro, my shit, I would have had like 10 million. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, that would've been
But
crazy.
like you said, it could have hurt me because of my attitude and my arrogance and my immaturity.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And so I don't disagree with you.
You would still had that 10 though.
So about the
I
followers.
reached 10.
Yeah, you would
That's
still
a
had that
fact.
10.
It was a question. Mace started a question I wanted to ask you before Mace we possibly forget it. Excuse me. At the end of the documentary, older Lenny is talking to younger Lenny.
That was crazy.
Right.
That was
so,
crazy.
Go ahead, Mace. I'll let you ask the question because
No,
he
that
thought
was
of the
crazy.
question.
I was thinking at the end of the documentary, you see you standing there and then you see the younger Lenny just leaning on a post, and you're there talking to him, and you could see that they probably put you there. You wasn't there, but that was really like
because
crazy.
at the end of the
to
like
think
that
about.
was supposed to have been me talking to my son. You get what
Wow.
I'm saying? It was supposed to that scene was supposed to be me talking to my son as
Yeah.
a younger Lenny. You get what I'm saying? They did a
talking
green
there.
screen with me doing that.
Gotcha.
You get what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
But when I did that, it kind of touched me a little bit because I got to see myself talking to myself.
That's what it did to me.
Yeah,
What
watching
I'm
it.
That's
saying?
what I'm saying. That's
So
fair.
like it was like more so. I'd rather have been my son so he can know for sure. Like, motherfucker, you can't do what I done.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't want that for you. You get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, me saying it to the younger Lenny makes it look like I'm talking to the kids more so. You get what I'm saying? Whereas though, like, I don't care how talented you are, they can be here today and gone tomorrow.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Let me ask you something even included with that. When you're standing over there and everybody is over there working out, why are you over here?
Because I'm that much better than you. I don't have to work out. I'm going to go get mine.
So the coach never told you to
They
stand over
can't.
there?
They can't. Not at that time, not during that time. But if I could do it all over, I'd be doing push-ups.
Yeah.
So I gotta ask, what's
That's
your biggest regret?
I don't have none. I have no regrets because I never expected none of this to happen. Not even this show. You get what I'm saying? But I would definitely do shit different. But I have no regrets. Because I would have never met Meese. I'd have never met Cam. I'd have never met Clue. I would have never met Fab. I'd have never met Gavin. I'd have never had these kids that I have. So I have no regrets on none of the shit that I've done, but I would definitely do shit different.
Okay.
What's up, man?
So when you the more I hear you speak, the more I have even more and more questions, because I'm looking at your life like from a fan perspective, looking at your life just unravel in front of the world on that camera. And what's coming to me is that each step of the way you were that successful, and it wasn't even something you wanted to do.
I never expected it. I never expected it. So I was just playing. This came from him. This thing, I didn't put the work in. It ain't
Yeah.
like I put the work in on a day-to-day basis. This is a gift that I was given.
So do you think that's why it was easier to let it go, because it wasn't
I
something you
didn't
worked
let
for?
it go for a long time after it was done.
So at what point would you say, right here I realize, because this is the real question I wanted to ask. I waited all night to ask this question. At what point did you know that right here, I'm not gonna make it? I'm not
After
gonna.
my car accident. See, a lot of people don't know about my car accident. I was in a car accident in California playing in the ABA,
What year is that?
2004, I believe.
Yeah.
I was in a bad car accident after my first game. Tiny Archibald was my coach. I played in an ABA, had a killer game. Tiny Archibald got a call after the game for me to get a 10-day contract to the Portland Trail Blazers. We go to the dinner. We go to a team dinner. I leave the dinner. I get in a car accident. Which left me dead on arrival. They wanted to amputate my leg. I was in a coma for 9 days. Bounced back from all of that shit. Went to play in Kuwait.
Yeah.
Overweight, out of shape, everything. That was the first time I ever been cut from a team in my life.
So it
I said
was
it was
there.
over.
So right there in Kuwait, you realized I'm not going to the
It's
NBA.
over. It's over.
Stat Baby brought that up about you.
Yeah.
She definitely brought
I
that up.
did.
It's
'Cause-
over.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't even know that
Yeah,
part.
A lot of people don't know. It's not in my documentary. A lot of people don't know nothing about that car accident. You get what I'm saying?
Stat Baby definitely
Yeah.
brought that up.
So touching on that, so after the car accident and then when you were recovering, you still played on other.
I went to Kuwait when after, mind you, I was in a wheelchair for 2.5 years. After that, I bounced back, went to Kuwait. They sent me home. I never been sent home from nowhere, bro. Came back, then I started bouncing around, ABA, USBL, all that shit in the States.
Okay. So after you bounced back and started playing, were you playing because you loved the game, or do you feel like you had something to prove?
I was just getting calls because the dude that was representing me was getting calls. But then I was like, I'm done. I don't want to play basketball. Didn't want to see basketball. None of that shit. I wasn't involved with nothing.
Okay.
Do you feel like after that moment, and it's obviously if you didn't, do you feel like after that moment you had resentment to other players and people still playing, or were you more comfortable with yourself after the fact?
Nah, I mean, I never had resentment of the players. It was just the simple fact that I needed to get right with myself. You know what I'm saying? I had to get my mental right after all of this shit. It was the Laurent shit, the car accident. They talking bad about you. You always party. You got girls. You alcoholic. I had to get right with me. So once I got right back with me, I was able to be like, yo,
did you see yourself?
Right.
Huh?
Did you see yourself as an alcoholic?
I did.
You
Hell
did?
yeah. I was in depression, became an alcoholic, a sex addict. Yes, for sure.
Where did that start?
Once I was in that car accident.
So you wasn't drinking before the car accident?
I was drinking, but not like heavy. Like I became an alcoholic. It's a difference. I was a drinker, but I became an alcoholic because of my depression and what I was going through with me. It ain't had nothing to do with nobody else.
Yes. So let me ask this, because this goes along with what you're saying. When you say you started drinking and all of those things, right? If you could look back to you at around, let's say 7 to like 12 years old, what are you doing?
I don't know.
You don't
I was
remember?
just being a kid. I was a kid because I was at home with my parents. I was just a kid running around the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? It had nothing to do with basketball or nothing at that time for me in my life.
That's what your dad and your
and my mom. My mom and my dad been married. I just turned 40. I just turned 41 Saturday.
Just said you was 40.
Bitch, I just turned 41 Saturday, April 29th.
You said you just turned 40.
I just turned 41 Saturday.
You try to act like you so much younger than niggas. You just said you turned 40 and you got busted.
Let me tell you something. Hold on.
41. Go ahead, finish the story, bro.
I'm still closer than 40 than you, nigga.
And I will have more points than you when you were the #1 player in high school, bro. I called a nigga and you got caught, but
I allow you to
you got caught capping about 4 times on the show, bro. You got caught. I don't think you capping on purpose. I don't know what's causing you to cap. I don't know what's causing you to cap. You said you never played.
It is what it is.
Oh.
You guys got any other questions? Yo, what are you? So what do you got going on now? What do you got going on these days?
Like I said, my birthday was Saturday.
Happy belated, man.
Happy belated. How old did you turn?
41. 41, man. But now, I just had my 5th annual Lenny Cooke Shoot Hoops Not Guns event in the Bronx and Bronx River Community Center. I just love doing motivational speaking with these kids. I love training kids.
We said you just did something with Allen Iverson too.
I was just coaching at the Allen Iverson All-American game with Steven Jackson. They just honored me with the Purpose Award. Man, that shit touched me so much, Pauls.
That was crazy.
It's just
he on point though. You gotta give him this credit.
This is what I love to do, man. When it comes to these kids, bro. Like I don't want these kids to have to go through what I went through and make the same mistakes that I made, bro. At the end of the day, you know what I mean? Because it's a lot of Lenny Cooke stories, but people scared to share their story.
Right.
You can't be scared to share your story, bro, because you never know who you can help, bro.
Yeah.
Whether you at the top or the bottom, pause. But like, you gotta share your story, bro. And I'm just blessed with the opportunity to share mine on It Is What It Is and whatever else platform I can share it on, bro.
Yeah.
I just want to get my book done. I'm trying to get my book done, which I know is going to be a New York Times bestseller when it come out. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, that's all I want, bro.
So I gotta ask, when you see kids, since you're talking to kids like John Morant, Mikey Williams getting in trouble with the media and stuff, what do you think about those situations, and then what advice would you give to them for?
The advice, I can't give a millionaire advice that is not gonna take it. You get what I'm saying? I can share it. I can share the information. I've been there. I understand. You get what I'm saying?
That's a good way to, I like that.
Even before that, I go to my brother. Sebastian Telfair made a major mistake before these guys. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, for me, it's just basically, you got to take heed. You got to understand. You can't talk to somebody if they don't want to listen. You get what I'm saying?
Do you think people without the same life and money can give you advice?
Give me advice?
I mean, just
In
any
general.
one of the athletes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, for sure. It's up to you to listen.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm doing now. I listen. I've learned to listen because I didn't listen back then.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So I understand. I know what it takes now. You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying? So for me to speak and get honored Friday night with the Purpose Award, and then Steven Jackson, I'm not even looking in the crowd when I'm being honored, and Steven Jackson tells me to look up, and there's 1,500 people screaming and clapping saying, Lenny, I did my purpose.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that means a lot to me.
That's dope.
Yeah. I'm a firm believer of that people make it because they either were very faithful or they were supposed to do it, and then when people don't make it, it's because they either wasn't purposed to do it or they was extremely unfaithful. There's the only two reasons people don't make
I'm
it.
both. I'm here for a purpose.
Yeah.
And whether I made it or not to the NBA, that wasn't my calling. My calling is
That's what I'm saying. Well, now that I'm hearing you speak, that's what I understand. You know, when a person is not meant to do something, it wasn't gonna go that way anyway.
It wasn't meant for me to be in the NBA.
It wasn't.
It
What it was
wasn't.
called.
It wasn't.
Do you see players like, I mean, everybody's much older now, but like, you know, the first 10 years, let's say, of 2003 to 2013, was it hard to watch, like Melo, Chris Bosh?
It
was tough.
Bro, let me tell you something. My daughter, she'll be 13 May 5th, right? My daughter used to go with me to the corner store, bro, and see the cooler with the Sprite, the big Sprite shit, and be like, Dad, that's LeBron right there. You know how much that hurt me?
Right.
That's LeBron right there.
Right.
I had to get over that though.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it was never gonna happen for me. Not saying that it couldn't have been me.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Because I messed that up. You get what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, well, the reason I'm asking that, because
It took me a long time to come out that shell.
Right.
To get
There's
over
certain
that.
shit that I see and I be like, today, and I'm good, and I be like, man, fuck them niggas. To
I mean,
this
I
day.
still say it
To
sometimes
this
to
day.
myself.
Yeah. That's what I was asking.
Because at the end of the day, like, nigga, you know.
Right.
And I ain't even gonna put it out there like that, marketing wise, but nigga, you know.
Right.
Talk about it. Let's get me on the barbershop. Huh?
Right.
Yeah. LeBron should have you come to his camps and all of those things, because I think it will be a phenomenal thing. It's just like when people see two people together and you know the history of
Let me
them
tell you
and
something.
everything.
The way y'all got back together
Right.
is the way me and LeBron should get back together, since we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Everybody else, Melo always talk about me. Melo, I was just with Melo when they opened the Kill store in Williamsburg in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Like these dudes, everybody else that was under us, they with us. They with me. They fuck with me. I ain't heard you do nothing, bro.
Who you talking about?
His favorite player in the whole damn
Yeah,
world.
the one that's better than your favorite player.
Oh.
I'm gonna keep it 100. You about the only one in this room who think that, my nigga.
Man.
Ain't nobody else in this room think that. Maybe Treasure, cause she young.
Let me
That's about it. You ain't got no votes on that in this room. Nigga.
I can guarantee you it's another one in here.
The nigga who came with you. That's about it, nigga.
I'm talking about
me.
6.
Not me.
Six gonna go with Jordan, man.
Ain't
6
going
from
with that.
Lennox Avenue. Man.
That's why you
Gotta
got
go
the
with
number
Jordan.
6.
Yeah.
For 6 rings, nigga.
Word, man.
Oh,
But
man.
yo, thank you so much for fucking coming up, bro.
Nah,
you know you
man.
my brother. Anyway, my nigga,
Yes,
I appreciate you
sir.
coming. This is a
Thank
great
you.
fucking
Thank you.
interview, man.
Nah,
And
thank
we
y'all for having
appreciate you.
me,
Nah,
man.
come on,
Yes.
listen. What we trying to do is originally is Joe Keem's coming up in a couple weeks. I wanted to have you guys together. Maybe we'll invite you back down when he comes if you're available.
I'm here.
Let's put it together,
I'm
man.
here. I'll definitely be here with him because that's my dog.
He speaks highly of you.
That's
He loves
my
you.
dog.
He know he's down here too, so his schedule just wasn't permitting, but he fucks with you. He loves
Yeah,
you
nah,
too,
that's
man.
my bro. That's
Yep.
my little bro, for sure.
And if people want to connect with you and get you to come to camps and motivational speaking, where do they
You can hit
where
me
do they
on
get you at?
Instagram, I am Lenny Cooke. You can hit my email, lenny375@gmail.com.
Tell the people in this camera so that they know where to contact you at.
I am Lenny Cooke on Instagram, Lenny Cooke on Facebook, Lenny375 is my Gmail.
Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for sharing your story and being very positive about it. So with that,
I'm proud of you, man.
Yeah.
I'm
you.
really
It's-
proud of you, man.
it's really
Real
dope.
talk.
I appreciate y'all.
Because you've taken situations that a lot of people wouldn't even speak about it, and then you switched it around and made it positive and use it to uplift other people, which is dope. So
Appreciate it.
yeah, of course. Thank you for being here. And with that, we'll be right back.
One eye, one heart, one love.
Excuse me? After last night's performance, we're gonna do this again? Not tonight. I don't think so. And make sure you close the door behind you.
When I take the man. When I take the man. When I take the man.
I'm Rico fucking strong.
Took that horsepower and told the girl to giddy up.
Baby!
Fast money, Manny, fresh shit, cash money, Moscow mule.
I'm back.
Looking back at her, I'm a crash.
Hell no. Muchacho, levántate. Toma eso, bébetelo.
Right now?
Well, cuña. Well,
Now, right now. Right now.
yeah.
Girl, let me see you walk it off. Oh, let me see you walk it off. Yeah, let me see you walk it off. Go, girl, let me see you walk it off.
Welcome back. Okay, so we do still have our special guest here because we have a couple questions left.
Let me ask you this, because I like I said, I have LeBron.
That's a safe way.
I got LeBron. I got LeBron number 2 all time on my list.
For sure.
Do you think he's the best player in the NBA today?
No.
Where do you rank him in the NBA today?
Number 2,
Who's number 1?
I got
The light-skinned goat.
I got a Steph?
Yeah. See, you
No,
knew
no,
who I
no,
was
no,
talking
no.
about.
Yeah, because you said light skin.
Okay, who you
But
got?
no. I gotta go with Embiid, bro. I
So,
got
so,
to.
so you say Embiid then LeBron?
I gotta go. I may put LeBron 3 this year.
Okay, I'm actually, you being very indecisive.
No, I'm not.
Who's
I'm
two
being
if he's
honest.
three?
I'm asking you,
If I
give me
go
your
in-
top 4 players this year in the NBA. In order.
Embiid, any order?
In the order. And
Yeah, you
listen,
said you don't have
and listen,
LeBron.
All right, so I go
let
order.
me take this question real quick. If everybody's healthy right now, I'm just saying, I know it's the players, I'm saying,
Yeah.
if everybody's healthy, because you know Kawhi, everybody gets hurt.
Yeah.
Your top 5 players in order this year.
I'm going Embiid, Jokic, John Morant, LeBron, and I can put anybody 5.
So leave out the Greek Freak and Kevin Durant.
Yeah, right now. Kevin
No,
Durant don't count right now. He was hurt too long.
Yo, listen, we
you
don't
said
do
this year.
No, I'm talking about if everybody's healthy, just period. Not
Yeah.
the
If
fuck
Everybody
no, fuck
healthy,
the
bro.
healthy.
I'm going LeBron number 1.
Number 1, you out your motherfucking
And then I'm going
mind.
KD
Yo,
number
he's
2.
wildin'.
How much you was drinking
Then I'm
when you
going
was drinking?
Jokic.
Yo,
When you
yeah.
was drinking,
You
how
said-
much you was drinking?
I didn't drink nothing today.
No,
Take
when
his
you was
pulse.
drinking. You keep doing this shit, yo. How much was you drinking back when you was drinking, my nigga?
And with that, very, very bold take.
Nah,
my
but,
God.
listen, I don't trust Boston. I'm gonna give you my picks, man. Listen, I'm not
Tatum
going.
different.
Yeah, nah. I'm not.
Nah, Tatum is
Tatum
second.
different.
I know,
Give
no,
us your-
I
give
don't-
us
I
your
just-
5 and
no,
then-
No, I want all of us to make a pick before we wrap it up. I'm saying who you think gonna come out the East and West. I'm gonna go with. I was with Milwaukee. I'm really indecisive on the East,
You
man.
can't say was.
I know.
This shit is over.
I'm brainstorming.
Right now,
I'm talking to you.
playoffs.
I know. I'm thinking. I don't like the whole East. I just hate the East. The whole East. Cause Golden State is my pick until they lose.
How the fuck you hate the East? You from Harlem?
No, I love the East. Living in the East. First of all, my team is the Globetrotters. We never lose. Fuck is you talking about?
I know, cause y'all play the niggas in the green
jerseys. Niggas don't want to play us, nigga.
Niggas, y'all play the niggas in the green
From the
jerseys.
shit I was doing to you in the park, nigga. This shit right here. But if I go, realistically, we go to the East, I'm gonna have to go with, I would say right now Philly, and I don't go against Golden State until Klay Thompson is not in the championship. He's been in 6 straight championships. Two years they didn't go. He didn't play. So I go with Golden State until Klay Thompson is not in the championship. So I have Golden State and Philadelphia at the moment.
And then who's your final pick?
I got Golden State and Philly if Jimmy Butler doesn't come back.
That's tough. Denver's
Y'all
tough.
Harlem niggas is different.
Yeah, you're right.
Y'all
Yeah,
niggas is
Jamal
different.
Murray is
Who your
really
team?
is
I just
really.
told you.
No, say it again, because
Going
I'm
crazy.
going with the Lakers and Philly.
You are shut down.
Interesting takes.
You know what's crazy? I like the Lakers a lot because Lakers was in the play-in. And I like what LeBron is fucking doing at this age. I really, like I said, LeBron, I'm only arguing just to motherfucking argue. But I fuck with you, my nigga. But at the end of the day, that would be amazing, but I just can't go against Golden State. And KD, man, we gotta do something quick, nigga.
Yeah,
Damn,
KD.
Booker gotta pass the fucking ball.
They
Yeah.
real thin on the bench.
No,
That's what
Booker have to pass the
And
basketball.
another
Did
thing
you
is
not
this.
watch the game last night?
I didn't
Yeah.
have time.
I
Booker
hope,
has to
I hope,
pass the
I
ball.
hope KD shows up because I can't lie for him.
KD can't show up if he don't put the ball in his hand.
With that,
Can't lie for
KD,
him.
With that,
both of these niggas bugging.
They
You know what
expect
time
me
it
to
is,
tell the
nigga.
truth.
You
I
suck
gotta
shit,
tell the
nigga. You
truth.
know, you family, nigga. I
I gotta
don't
tell the
got
truth.
no, I don't do no KD slander.
No, we're not slandering. We're just saying if
But
it get out of
so you
control.
acting like Chris Paul ain't get hurt for the 8 millionth time and got in the third
Chris
quarter.
Paul is always hurt.
All right, exactly, and it's always a
All
problem.
state. All state.
All
Help
state.
us out. Help us out, all state.
well, interesting takes. Thanks for y'all's choices. Let us know what you guys think in the comments. And with that, that wraps this episode. We'll see you for the next one.
What you want, nigga? Everything, nigga, super size. Two Big Macs, like when they doing them 2 for $5.